Something did happen, Kyle, I said, letting a tremble enter my voice. You asked me for a divorce. He sighed, the sound stonicky over the line.
We went over this. It's a business decision. I need you to think like my partner, not like my wife right now.
That's a difficult distinction to make.
I know it is.
Look, I've been thinking. There's a way to make this even cleaner. There's a clause in our personal asset portfolio, a joint trust. It requires both our signatures to liquidate any part of it. Karma, she has some old family debts, a legal issue. It's messy. If I can clear it for her, it gives me leverage. It makes our eventual separation from her much simpler.
My blood ran cold. He wasn't just asking her to divorce. He was asking me to finance his affair, to use the money we had earned together, to clean up his mistress life. You want me to sign over our money to her?
Not to her, to me. It's a temporary transfer. Think of it as collateral. Once I have her locked down, the money reverts back to the trust.
It's the smart play, Aimee. It protects us. It protects the company. This was it, the key. The poison bill was armed, but I needed his verifiable Tarashin to turn the key. His attempt to divert our joint funds for this purpose was a clear violation. I don't know, Kyle. I let my voice break. I needed to sound weak, cornered, persuadable.
I'll send the papers over via courier in the morning.
He said, his voice firm, leaving no room for argument.
To the penthouse. Just be there. Sign them. For us.
And the divorce papers?
Sign those too. We'll file them together. A united front. It's the only way this works. I do love you, you know. You're just going to have to trust me.
The call ended. I stared at the dark screen of my phone, a cold, predatory smile spreading across my face. Trust him? Oh, I would. I would trust him to be exactly the arrogant, underestimated fool he had always been. And he would trust me to be the playable, emotional wife he thought he knew. One of us about to be proven fatally wrong. I returned to the penthouse the next morning. I was playing the part of the defeated wife, returning to the scene of her surrender. Kyle was already there, pacing the living room, a man energized by his own brilliance. He saw me and his face relaxed into a confident smile.
There you are,
he said, as if I were a pet that had wandered off and finally found its way home.
I was worried.
Where else would I go? I asked, my voice hollow. I allowed my shoulders to slump, my gaze to fall to the floor. I was giving him the performance he expected, a woman broken, with nowhere else to turn.
Exactly.
He gestured to a sleek leather portfolio on the glass coffee table.
The papers are here. Our financial advisor is on standby. We sign, he executes the transfer. It'll all be done within the hour.
I walked over to the table, my movement slow, hesitant. Inside the portfolio were two sets of documents, the dissolution of our marriage and the dissolution of our financial trust. One was a dagger to my heart, the other a dagger to his empire. It feels so final, I whispered, running a tremble finger over his signature line.
It's a reset, Aimee, not an ending.
He came to stand behind me, placing his hands on my shoulders. I had to fight the urge to recoil. His touch felt like a spider's.
Look, I know this is hard, but in 5 years, we'll be laughing about this on the deck of our yacht. This is just a storm we have to weather. Together.
A storm. He had no idea of the tempest I was about to unleash. I sat down, picked up the pen, and pulled the trust agreement towards me. As I did, my hand began to shake, a tremor that started in my fingers and radiated up my arm. My breath hid. The room began to tilt, the edges of my vision blurring into a dark, swirling tunnel. It wasn't entirely an act. The stress, the sleepless night, the sheer audacity of his betrayal. It was manifesting as a very real panic attack.
Aimee?
Kyle's voice sounded distant.
What's wrong?
I can't breathe. I gasped, my free hand flying to my chest. The pen clattered from my fingers onto the glass table. My performance was becoming terrifyingly real. My body was betraying me even as my mind was plotting a war.
For God's sake, don't fall apart on me now.
He muttered, his concern instantly evaporating, replaced by annoyance. He grabbed a glass of water and thrust it at me.
Pull yourself together. We're on a deadline.
His callousness was the jolt I needed. The panic receded, replaced by a wave of icy rage. Took a shaky sip of water, my eyes meeting his over the rim of the glass. I let him see the fear, the vulnerability. I let him believe he was in complete control. This way I can destroy him more thoroughly. I'm sorry, it's just a lot to take in.
I know. Let's just get it done.
He pushed the papers back in front of me. My phone rang, a shrill, intrusive sound. It was my doctor's office, the pre-arranged call I had scheduled as a contingency. I answered, my voice still shaky. Hello? Yes, this is she. I listened for a moment, my eyes widening in feigned alarm. Now? Is it urgent? Okay, yes, I'll be right there. I hung up, my face a mask of distress. It's my mother. She's had a fall. They need me at the hospital. Call's jaw tightened, a delay, an unforeseen variable in his perfect plan.
Can't it wait an hour?
They said it's serious, Kyle. He ran a hand through his hair, pacing in frustration. His focus wasn't on my mother's health, but on the logistical inconvenience.
Fine, go. But we're signing these the moment you get back. I'll clear my schedule.
I stood up, grabbing my purse. As I walked to the door, I heard his phone buzz. I glanced back. He was already texting, a small smile on his face. No doubt reassuring Karma that the walking bank account was just experiencing a minor technical difficulty. He didn't offer to come with me. He didn't ask which hospital. He didn't even say he hoped my mother was okay. He saw me as a tool, a signature on a page, an asset to be leveraged. He had no idea that this asset was about to liquidate his entire world. The hospital was a sanctuary of sterile white noise. I sat in the cafeteria, a cup of untouched coffee growing cold in my hands, and let the feigned crisis play out. I sent Kyle a series of short, panicked texts. She's in surgery. It's bad. Don't know how long I'll be. Each one was designed to make me seem distracted, emotionally compromised, and completely focused on a family emergency. His replies were professoric, tinged with impatience.
Keep me updated. Let me know when you're free.
And then, an hour later,
Karma's getting anxious. This delay is causing problems. We really need to get this done today, Aimee.
the sheer monster ego of the man was breathtaking. My mother was supposedly on an operating table, and his primary concern was his mistress' anxiety level. Late in the afternoon, my phone rang. It was Marcus Thorne, the oldest and most influential member of our board, a man I had cultivated as an ally for years.
Aimee, he said, his voice grave. Kyle just called an emergency board meeting for tomorrow morning. He's invoking the competences clause.
On what grounds?
He's claiming you're emotional unstable, that the stress of your separation is impairing your judgment. He's going to move for a temporary injunction to have you suspended from your duties and have your voting rights transferred to him until you're deemed fit to return.
It was a classic corporate coup. And it was brilliant. He was using my feigned emotional breakdown against me. He would paint himself as the concerned, stable husband, forced to take control to protect the company from his fragile, hysterical wife.
He's bringing karma. He's going to have her give a statement about your erratic behavior.
Let him, I said, a cold smile touching my lips. Let him bring his mistress. Let him call me crazy. Let him think he has me cornered.
What's your play, Ailey? You know I'll back you, but he's got the votes. Chan and Williams will go with him.
My play is to let him build his own gallows. I'll be there, Marcus. Just make sure the company's full legal team is present, and have them bring the corporate charter, the original hard copy edition.
What are you planning?
A hostile takeover. I sent a final text to Kyle. Surgery is over. She's stable. I'm exhausted. I can be at the office in the morning. We can sign then. His reply was intanus.
Good. See you at 9 a.m. in the main conference room.
He thought I was agreeing to his timeline, walking into his ambush. He had no idea the meeting he had called wasn't for my execution. It was for his. The storm was no longer a metaphor. I was the storm, and I was about to make landfall in the center of his world. I walked into the boardroom at precisely 9 a.m. The air was thick with tension. Kyle sat at the head of the table, a picture of Solomon authority. Karma was beside him, looking pale and demure, her hand resting protectively on her stomach. His allies, Chen and Williams, sat to his right, their faces grim. Only Marcus Thorne met my gaze, a silent question in his eyes. I ignored the empty chair next to Marcus, the one designated for me. Instead, I walked to the front of the room and stood before them all.
Aimee, thank you for coming.
Kyle began, his voice dripping with condescending sympathy.
We're all very concerned about you.
Save it, Kyle. I know why you've called this meeting. You want to have me declared unstable. You want to strip me of my position and my voting rights. You want to take my company. A murmur went through the room. Chen and Williams shifted uncomfortably.
This isn't about taking anything. It's about protecting the company from your erratic behavior.
My erratic behavior? Is that what you call refusing to sign over my personal fortune to finance your mistress' legal troubles? Karma gasped, her eyes filling with perfectly timed tears. That's not true. I would never. Please don't. Your performance is wasted here. This isn't a soap opera. It's a boardroom. I turned my attention back to Kyle. You want to talk about behavior that threatens this company? Let's talk about yours. I nodded to Marcus. He slid a thick, leather-bound document to the center of the table. The original corporate charter, the one we all signed 5 years ago. I'd like to direct the board's attention to Clause 1138, Section B. Kyle frowned, a flicker of confusion in his eyes.
Clause what?
It concerns actions of moral turbidity by a co-founder. It defines such actions as any personal conduct that could bring the company into public disrepute. For example, impregnating a subordinate, and then attempting to coerce your business partner into a sham divorce, and the fraudulent transfer of joint assets to cover it up. The color drained from Kyle's face. He looked at the charter as if it were a venomous snake.